So third third drink of the morning, Love and
Yes.
Dalton. Let's go ahead. And this is just such a beautiful color.
I call it my dessert mezcal. I think that's because I know there's this very special endemic berry, Umalava?
Uvalama. But I
Uvalama.
like the sensual,
Yeah,
the
Uvalama.
sensuality you're bringing into the game.
Knowing that's in here, I always associate with, okay, I just got done eating food. I want to have my dessert mezcal. But in fact, there's nothing that sweet about this mezcal.
Wait, I'm actually getting a call. This is gonna be part of the video. Why not? Just because we are.
Mescalero?
I'm gonna say yes, just
Okay.
so it, but I probably is the bank. Anyway, anyways,
Yeah.
please go on.
Okay, but you know, we tried this in the tasting chat and everyone agreed this is not overly sweet the way you'd expect infused with berry mezcal to be.
Absolutely, yes.
What can you tell us about this berry?
So actually, it's very interesting because another thing that I love about the North is that it really educates you in every level. You think you know Mexico because you've been traveling around, you've been eating everywhere, na 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 na. But I cannot even think about one of the famous Mexican restaurants in Mexico City, which is, I guess, the center that specializes in food from the North, or that will bring, like interesting berries, interesting produce from the desert.
Yeah.
So when you're there and somebody tells you about this mysterious berry that only emerges when it's the rainy season, and it has this flavor profile that, as you're saying, it's not overly sweet, because I'm pretty sure that it's hard to make very sweet things in the desert.
Sure.
I mean, sugar takes a lot of energy and resources, so this is as sweet as it can get in the desert, I guess, and it translates beautifully into the final product, exactly because, as you're saying, it's not sweet. It's just fruity and interesting and comforting.
Yeah.
But it's not empalagoso, as we say here.
Yeah.
You can drink half a bottle of this and you still want more.
Yeah. I would say too about this berry tree. We saw some of these trees while we're out in the mountains, and I believe they're not cultivated. These are wild trees everywhere. And did you see how massive those trees were?
Yes.
How are they harvesting those berries? It's just not a very economical berry to get to the market.
Of course.
So I think that's why we don't see these in our tianguis and farmers markets, because this berry is not convenient in any way to grow on a farm or to harvest. So would you say, with 100% certainty, there is not a bottle of agave spirits in the United States that is infused with the Uvalama berry?
I can second that motion.
Yeah.
I think that will be the case. Maybe the only bottle that may exist someday will be by Santo Cubiso, which was the friends that took us to Sonora and that were incredibly generous with showing us around. They actually pointed this expression out to us. So maybe you'll find this in the United States sometime later this year or next year. We'll have to check our sources. But currently, I think this is the only bottle of Uvalama available in the US and maybe Mexico.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the production of getting this infusion was so small. We had just enough to get it into our mini bottle for all our club minis and club members. So this bottle, if you want to try it, comes with the Bacanora from Rumaldo, and there are 22 bottles left.
Lovely. And I think that also almost like a chaser. I think like you're saying dessert mezcal, but I also think like a chaser.
Okay.
Some people are drinking their mezcales with a beer, which I do often.
I do as well.
Yeah, but I think this will be like the better sangria or the sweet sangria. You can have a little bit of your mezcal to one side, and this can be your chaser, and it's just a nice way to reset your palate, to get something like with more body, a little bit more oils, a little bit of sugars, and I think it's just like, like having your cocktail and your mezcal side by side.
That works for me.
Hell yes. Well, sir.
Salud.
Saludcita.